The True Way has stolen an orb the Obsidian Order failed to return after the war. Although we don't know for certain where they have taken it, we have been getting dozens of reports of raiders hitting civilian ships near the Badlands. Starfleet intelligence believes the raids are related to True Way activity in that region. We know that area is a haven for smugglers and criminals of all types. It stands to reason that the True Way are using it to avoid capture as well. They may even be using some of the Maquis bases that were abandoned before the Cardassian War. We believe that the Badlands are therefore the most likely place for the True Way to be hiding the stolen orb. I know the Badlands are dangerous, but I have complete confidence in the ship and her crew.
To any ships in the vicinity, I am under attack by a group of Cardassian ships identifying themselves as the True Way. Please, render assistance immediately.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
Thanks for the assistance. I knew I never should have cut through the Badlands, but it takes weeks off my journey. Well, I was just hauling my cargo through the Badlands, and I passed some strange anomaly. I took a scan of it on my way by, and then a bunch of Cardassian ships appeared out of nowhere. They ordered me to surrender in the name of Gul Kardec and the True Way. My freighter is obviously no match for them. I tried to get away, but they disabled my engines. They were just about to board me, I believe, when you arrived. If you're looking for the True Way, I would head for that anomaly.
You have fallen into our trap, and now you will never locate our base.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Sarish here. Acknowledged. I will be along in the Defiant shortly.
Hostile parties have entered the base. All forces move to high alert.
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
The orb is mine. You will never have it.
Personal shield losing power.
Greetings. I am Gul Kardec. This orb is the property of the Cardassian government. The true Cardassian government. The true way. And you can't have it. Guards! Fools, you will never defeat me.
Personal shield losing power.
Dear Kardec, you can imagine my surprise to receive a message from you. I must commend you on the clever way you opened a pathway to our universe. We shall make good use of it, and you have our gratitude. If we can ever return the favor, let me know. Regarding that other matter you speak of, while we certainly share your detest for the Federation and are willing to assist you in opposing them in theory, there are certain territorial issues we will have to iron out before we feel comfortable committing military forces. Perhaps we can arrange a meeting in the usual place?
We are approaching the Badlands. What is your status? I will be along in the Defiant momentarily, and may the Prophet smile upon you. Looks like I arrived just in time.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Hull integrity below 75%.
Those look like mirror universe ships.
Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed.
Sensors detect more ships coming through.
Core shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%.
Congratulations on retrieving the orb. You must return it to the temple on Bajor. I will notify the Vedics that you are on your way. Congratulations on your recovery of the orb from Gul Kardec. we request that you return the orb to the temple in Hathon on Bajor. I'm afraid that we have not seen the last of Gul Kardec. But for now, the people of Bajor will be elated at the return of an orb we thought lost forever. Good work. How can I help you?
The situation is grim. There's more. Begin by destroying the...
You will be Borg.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them!
Target's shields have failed.
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it!
Rear shields failing. Fore shields failing. Right shields failing.
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it!
Ship is under attack.
You will be assimilated.
Target's shields have failed. Fore shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shields failing.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed. However, our scans of the starbase are still being disrupted.
You have recovered the Orb of Possibilities from Gul Kardec. No doubt you are being pursued by True Way forces. You must return the orb to the temple in Hathon. I have notified Vedic Kryn. She is waiting for you in the temple.
I am Gulmutak of the Kriegar, Adjutant General to Gul Kardec. You are carrying stolen property belonging to the True Way. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Sarish here. In the orbit of Bejor? But how could they? Nerve of the... Sorry, I'm okay. I will borrow the Defiant and be there momentarily.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Good. You're still in one piece. Let's teach these Cardies a lesson.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
That's the last of them for now. I will remain in orbit while you return the orb, just in case.
Greetings. Do you seek the wisdom of the prophets? I am a seeker of knowledge. I spend my days in service and prayer. The prophets have many things to teach us, but their lessons are subtle and full of mystery. It takes a quiet, attentive mind to understand. I am not as wise as Ranjan Ravel, but he is always willing to help pilgrims like me find our way. I may never fully grasp the wisdom of the prophets, but I can try. The journey to enlightenment is a blessing in of itself. If that is all I ever have, it is enough. Greetings. Vedic Kryn is in the temple office, just to the east of here.
Thank you again for your part in saving the Ennis, the Noel Ennis, and of course, myself. I am glad the Prophet sent you to us, and I hope they continue to protect you in your travels.
How can I help you?
Peace be with you.
How can I help? These are all ancient tomes, dealing with the prophets and our history with them. My people have studied the ways of the Celestial Temple for thousands of years. Much of that knowledge has been retained. We are fortunate to have the words of our ancestors preserved in this fashion.
How may I help you? Wonderful! The prophets have smiled upon us this day. What was lost has been returned to us. You have done a great service for the Bajoran people today, and we are most grateful. Please, place the orb upon the altar.
The service rendered is not the service desired. What does not belong cannot be returned.
What has been returned does not belong. We must travel backward.
When we gaze in the mirror, we see our faces as others do, but reversed.
Your task abides. You have recovered an orb. Now you must return it.
As you must return.
Thank you again for your part in saving the Ennis, the Nolennis, and of course, myself.
I would be honored to know what the prophets shared with you, if you are willing. Sometimes their visions can be very confusing, and I have some experience interpreting them. Elsewhere? But it is an orb of the prophets. Where else could it belong? Unless... Are you familiar with the so-called mirror universe? I know very little about it myself, but there is a book on that table over there by a Vedic Eth describing his experiences. Perhaps it can guide you.
Sarah's here. Acknowledged. Be careful. The mirror universe is known to be more treacherous than our universe, and you will be cut off from any support here. Sarah's here. What is your status? Acknowledged. Keep comm lines open as long as possible. We have limited intelligence on the Mirror Universe, but from what we know, it appears the Terran Rebellion spread from Terok Nor, eventually forming a new empire. The Terran Empire has reoccupied Bajor. I believe this Captain Lita is the administrator of the Bajor sector.
I am Gul Haneri of the Torn, Chief Tactical Advisor to Gul Kardec of the True Way. You are not welcome here. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
I believe Gul Kardec must have used the orb from the Mirror Universe to somehow create the anomaly back there. He then must have formed an alliance with the Terran Empire. Stay on your guard. They are probably expecting you.
Greetings. I am Captain Lita of the Terran Empire. What a pleasure it is to have visitors from your universe. When Gul Kardec said you might be along, I didn't really believe him. But I couldn't afford to take the chance. Surrender, now, and I will guarantee the safety of your crew. What a pity. We could have had so much fun together. And now, I have to destroy you. Ooh, what fun! I was really growing rather bored before you showed up. I apologize for the state of my troops. They've grown rather complacent. I shall have to provide a demonstration, apparently. Gul Kardec warned me not to underestimate you. I won't make the same mistake next time we meet.
I'm very busy. What do you want? What does it look like I'm doing? Microsurgery? I get my hands dirty, and I show farmers how to grow crops. We have a botanist, but he's one of those ivory tower scientific types that wouldn't know a hoe from a rake. I wanted to be an engineer, but when the Terrans retook Bajor from the Klingon-Cardassian alliance, opportunities suddenly dried up. So I fell back on the family tradition of gardening. No matter how many times Bajor gets conquered, it always seems to be a cultural backwater that relies on manual labor. We live in harmony with our world, just as the prophets intended, whether we like it or not.
What do you want? I'm very busy. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking to you. You don't look like Terran Empire. This is my first week on the job. I was expecting to get months more training, but Commander Kuba says he needs every Terran Empire member on the streets, especially the Bajoran ones. He thinks it will pacify them to see Bajorans on their force. I thought this was going to be a great job. I get to help my friends and neighbors and serve the community, but now all my Bajoran friends see me as a traitor, and the Terrans see me as a spy. What do you want? I'm very busy.
Gul Kardec was right. You are formidable, but pitifully predictable. Terran forces, attack the invaders! I want them alive. Guards! Guards!
Greetings. Do you seek the wisdom of the prophets? Vedic Kryn is in the temple office.
We will meet again. Soon.
have interfered with my plans for the last time!
Stop! Fighting is not permitted here.
This is not your affair.
What do you want with me? This is the heart of Hathon. The buildings surrounding this plaza were the first buildings constructed in our city. Here, our ancestors raised their families and gave thanks to the prophets for their many blessings. Once, people came here to talk to their neighbors, and we gathered here each year for the Gratitude Festival. But now it is only a place of dark memories. When the Terran Empire conquered Bajor the first time, they posted the new laws here. When the food rationing started, we came here to collect the scraps they gave us. When they took our sons and daughters to the mining camps, the trucks stopped here to collect them. And when the Terran Empire conquered us again, they hung the bodies of those who opposed them here to remind us to keep in our places. I come here to reflect on the fallen and the price of freedom.
Thank you. I feel much better. But a changeling? Here? We only have stories. In any event, what was the purpose for your visit? The Orb of Possibilities? But that was lost decades ago, during the first occupation of Bajor. However did you come by it? Never mind. The prophets teach us not to look at their workings too closely. Don't just stand there. Place it on the altar.
From Gol-Kardec to Gol-Palat, I have run into some complications. Namely, some agents have interfered with my plans. They have stolen the Orb of Possibilities. I assume they have returned it to the Bajorans by now. Fortunately, the anomaly remains stable. I was able to retreat to the Mirror Universe, where I have taken shelter with my Terran allies. However, I believe they are waiting for my return. Therefore, I need you to meet with Dumatsu Khan at the facility in the Devos system in my stead. Coordinates are attached.
We are most grateful. We had thought the orb lost forever. You have restored the balance.
Your enemies lie in wait. They want to prevent your return.
But we shall restore the balance as you did.
You have returned our orb.
Now you must return.
Greetings. I did not see you enter the temple. Indeed, I know little of the Mirror Prophets, but if they are like ours, then this is a great honor. Rarely do the Prophets interfere so directly. I take it your mission was a success? Then you have the gratitude of 2 Bajors. May the Prophets continue to smile upon you.
So, Gul Kardec was a changeling. This does not bode well. An alliance between the True Way and the Alpha Dominion could prove disastrous for the Alpha and Beta quadrants. However, the orb has been returned to the Mirror Universe, and you have returned to ours. Nevertheless, we must stop this alliance before they can do any further damage. We shall analyze the pad you retrieved to see if we find this Ketracel White Bactery. How can I help you? The pad you discovered on Gul Kardec revealed the location of a secret facility in the Alpha Quadrant. There appears to be some kind of alliance between the True Way and the Dominion. We cannot allow them to join forces.
shields have failed. Right shield's failing.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Greetings. I am very glad to meet you. I am Naaman, a Vorta scientist, and servant of the Founders and the Dominion, of course. Oh my, yes. I have a proposition to which I hope you shall be amenable. I serve a founder named Los. He is one of 100 founders sent here to the Alpha Quadrant. His actions have placed me in a bit of a moral conundrum that I hope you can help me unravel. Los was the first of these Alpha Quadrant founders to emerge. He located and gathered the others into a new Great Link. However, he has not seen fit to tell these founders that the war with the Dominion is over, and that the Great Link is alive and well in the Gamma Quadrant. Instead, he has convinced them that you solids exterminated the Great Link, and are attempting to exterminate these founders as well. Several reasons. First, even if I do not agree with him, he is a god. Second, he is my only link to the other founders here. Finally, his Jem'Hadar are fanatically loyal and watch me constantly. Although you seem to have mitigated that issue. Betrayal is such an ugly word. I prefer to think of our arrangement as a creative solution to a difficult problem. But semantics aside, I do not feel so much that I am betraying Los as liberating the other 98 founders and serving the Dominion and the founders. I do not believe they would want these Alpha Quadrant founders to be ignorant of the truth. I also fear that if Los continues his plans, it could result in the death of founders. The morphogenic virus still lives in the memory of the Dominion. My job is to supervise the Ketracel White production. While the Jem'Hadar are mighty warriors, they are not the greatest scientists, nor do we wish them to have the secret of Ketracel White production. Los keeps me away from the new link. They have been raised on his deceits, and so will be utterly convinced that you are attempting to exterminate them. I believe we can help each other. You can free me and take me to the new link, where I can explain to the founders the truth, that the Dominion still exists, and that you are not hunting them to extinction. Oh, I do not like the word catch. It sounds so mercenary. But yes, my price is Los's life. After I reveal the truth to the new Link, you must allow them to mete out their justice. I cannot jeopardize the life of a founder under any circumstances. I'll be glad to get out of here. These Alpha Jem'Hadar don't understand the proper respect owed to a Vorta.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Intruders! I'll put up a force field. You dump the data!
Enemy targets on sensors.
We've got to stop the first before he deletes all the data.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Excellent. I shall retrieve the coordinates.
Enemy targets on sensors.
I have the data. It will take some time to decrypt, but I recommend we depart as quickly as possible. You are so quick to blow things up. Such a waste. That factory might have come in handy someday. You really seem to have angered the Jem'Hadar. Of course, they always seem a bit angry, don't you think? I have completed the decryption of the data we recovered. The new link appears to lie in the Orias system. I have transferred the coordinates to your helm. I want to thank you for your service to the Dominion. I also want to remind you of our agreement, namely, that Loss, or any other founder for that matter, is not to be killed by you.
Congratulations on destroying the facility. That should cripple the Alpha Jem'Hadar for the time being. But we need to make contact with this new link. Hopefully Naaman can convince them of the truth before it's too late. Keep a close eye on him. We may have a treaty with the Dominion, but that doesn't mean I trust them. Aborta's first loyalty will always be to the Founders. How can I help you? Naaman has decrypted the coordinates for the new link. They designate a location in the Alpha Quadrant, in the Orias system. This changeling named Los has deceived the other changelings in his link into thinking we are exterminating them, and that we massacred the Gamma Quadrant changelings as well. You must have Naaman help you convince them of the truth. How can I help you?
The Jem'Hadar will not likely be interested in negotiation. I'm afraid you'll have to fight your way through. What a waste. Still, the nice thing about Jem'Hadar is that you can always breed more.
Target's shields have failed. Core shields failing.
To think, I will be the first Vorta to meet the new Link. You have to admire the devotion of the Jem'Hadar. They never seem to tire of throwing their lives away for the Founders. There it is. It's even more beautiful than I imagined. To think, My gods slumber below, dreaming in their link.
Personal shield losing power. Enemy targets on sensor.
It's almost sacrilegious to have you here. I hope the Founders will understand the necessity and forgive me. The other Vorta are going to be so envious when they hear about this.
Personal shield losing power.
Have you come to finish the job of exterminating us, Solid? Impossible. We have linked with Lost. He is in the link as we speak. We know all that he knows. It is true that he awoke before us. Let us summon him to answer these charges.
It's true, Great One. These people are not hunting you. The Great Link remains. The Dominion has a treaty with the Alpha Quadrant species.
This creature lies. You have joined with me. You
Then
know
you should
all
have no qualms
that I know.
about linking.
No. These solids have poisoned your minds. I will not be forced to link by them.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected.
Although it is unfortunate we had to resort to violence to force Lost into his liquid form, we are grateful for your assistance. We shall now be able to link with him and learn the whole truth of our past. If you are telling the truth, you have nothing more to fear from us. But we request that you leave us in peace. We have no interest in dealing with your kind.
Well, it has been a pleasure knowing you. I will remain here and serve the Founders. They have been without a Vorta and have much to learn about their siblings in the Gamma Quadrant. I know the Founders may seem ungrateful to you, but what can you expect from a god? Still, you have my gratitude for whatever the gratitude of an insignificant servant is worth.
Although you have slain our brothers, we have orders to allow you to leave the system. But you are never to return. And let it be known among your peoples that this system belongs to us, and you are not welcome.
Congratulations! You have defeated the True Way and made peace with the Alpha Changelings. I have transmitted messages to the major powers of the galaxy, advising them to avoid the Araya system.